Hi everybody and welcome to our Saturday Live. So we've got lots to do today. We're going to do some picnic themes. So the weather's starting to warm up. Some of us are going to start to come out of lockdown, which is exciting. So we want to be able to give you some really great ideas to get out there and start enjoying this amazing weather and freedom. So it's on its way. So we're going to go through and do a number of things today. So I'm going to just, while we're waiting for everybody to come on, I'll let you know what we're going to do. I'm going to do a chicken Caesar salad. We're going to steam the chicken while we cook our eggs all at the same time. We're also going to do a homemade Caesar salad dressing. So something a little bit, just to get out there and play with and something that's fresh and beautiful. I'm going to do a tabouli. So beautiful fresh tabouli with the parsley and the mint and tomatoes. It's amazing. We're also going to do a coleslaw. So I've got the coleslaw with some beautiful red and green cabbage, some carrot. I would like to add celery to mine. And we're also going to do a homemade mayo. So we'll do that from you've seen me do mayo if you've watched me before. And it's one of my favorite, easiest things to do. We're also going to do a baguette because you can't go on a picnic without bread. So we're going to whip up a baguette, which I've done lots of times, but it's just one of my go-tos. It's super simple, super easy. We're also going to do a beautiful chicken sandwich mix. So we're going to put that through. Hopefully we'll get through this really quickly and you'll see, we've prepared everything. Preparation is key. We've also then got a carrot cake, which I'm going to do as mini muffins. And we've got a Sheets caramel slice, which is amazing. And it's a really quick, easy slice to do. And then last of all, because I'll need it by the end of this, I'm going to do a beautiful strawberry lemon champagne. Or you can use like a lemon mineral water if you're not a drinker and don't want to drink that sparkling wine. So I will be drinking that sparkling wine at the end of this, I can guarantee you. So I think we've probably given everyone enough time to jump on. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know. We always love to know where we're getting our audience. Let us know what you're loving. Let us know what you've tried before with the things we've done in the past. Let us know what else you want to see. So the last couple of Saturdays, we've done some staples, so some basic peanut butters, mayonnaises, those sorts of things. Today, we're going a little bit further and giving you some really great ideas for picnicking. But, we can do lots of different sorts of salads and all sorts of things as this warm weather starts to hit us. So let's get started because we've got lots to do. And I'm going to start with my chicken. So I'm just going to grab my jug. And I'm just going to add some boiling water. So about 500 mils of boiling water, because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pop my eggs in there. Now make sure your eggs have been out of the fridge for a little while if you're popping them into boiling water. And don't pour the boiling water over the eggs. Pop the eggs in after you've got the water in. Trust me, I've done it. Okay, so we're going to pop our eggs in there like so. Now, as some of you may own a Cook Expert, some of you may not. Today I'm going to be using our Cook Expert as well as our food processor, but those that have got a Cook Expert know that the Cook Expert also turns into a food processor. So we don't need an extra machine in our kitchens. It's an all-in-one, does everything for us. So I'm just going to pop in my chicken tenderloins. So I'm going to just pop those in to my steaming tray and just make sure that they're nice and flat in that tray, a single level as much as possible. Now the great thing with this is if you want your eggs cooked for less time because you like that runny yolk, then just stop through the process and pull your eggs out whenever you are ready. So I'm going to now, if you want to come in and have a look as I set my machine up. So come in and I'll show you how I change my expert. I've got a new cameraman today, so she might take a little bit of extra pushing. Okay, so we're just going to go into expert and we're going to run that for 10 minutes. And we're going to go on to no speed because we don't want to crack those eggs. And we're going to go on at 110. So nice and easy, nice setup, and we're going to get going. So we're going to have that steaming and I'm going to move on to some of the other things. I'm actually going to do the Caesar dressing in the same bowl. So in terms of washing up, it's not going to be a great deal. We're going to just wipe this out at the end and we're going to get this it then done with our dressing. So while we're waiting for our dressing, I thought it would be a great time to start with some of our salads. So the first one that I'm going to do is tabouli. I love tabouli. I love on those hot nights to be able to just do like your butterflied boneless chicken with some hummus and some tzatziki and all those things and that beautiful tabouli. Great for leftovers as well, for salads and things like that. So it's a great time to be able to start getting in to those beautiful healthy salads. So I'm just going to add my blade. There's lots of ingredients for this today, so I seem to have stuff spread everywhere. I'm glad you can't really see all of that because it is crazy in here. So I'm just going to keep moving around and we'll get there. So I've got my beautiful bunch of parsley. Now you need to make sure when you're going to be using parsley for your tabouli that it's really dry. So my tip would be, actually, if you remember, do it the night before and leave it out on the kitchen sink just on some paper towel or some tea towels. And the drier it is, the better it will be. So let's get going. We're going to start by popping in our parsley. What I love, and I'll get you to come in when I start this, but how quickly, this is the hugest bunch of parsley I've ever seen, by the way. So we might need to stop it and give it a little stir on the way, but hopefully not. It'll just get going. But what I love, I'm just going to grab a knife. What I love about this is how quick you can do this. So imagine standing in the kitchen with a knife and trying to chop up that parsley as small as possible. It is going to take you forever. Okay, so we'll get that on. And are you ready? So you might want to come in and have a little look at how quickly this is going to start to blend up. I'm just going to give that a little stir because there was a lot of parsley in, but you can see how quickly that all came together is very impressive, and the smell already. I so want to stop it again, but I'm not going to because it will actually release itself in just a minute. I don't have any patience. Okay. So like you saw, that was a huge bunch of parsley. That last little rotten one is just giving me a little bit of trouble. Okay, there we go. But you can see that every time I turned that lid, it stopped, but every time I turned it back on, it started again. So that's really great. We can do that so easily. But come in and have a look at how amazing. I wish, again, you could smell this, but look how amazing that looks, all chopped up nicely for us. And then what I'm going to do is throw in my large tomato. I don't put the tomato in at the start because I don't want it to be as fine as everything else. You want that little bit of tomato to be seen as well. So we'll just give that. Now I'm just going to use the pulse button so I can control it. And I think I'm absolutely happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty it into a bowl. And I'm going to start by putting in, so I've just soaked some of the burgle. Now I actually find it difficult to get sometimes, but I've now worked it out. So in my local Woolworths, I ended up finding it, and it's in the health food section. So it's just like a grain. I've tried doing my tabouli with couscous. I don't think it's as good as doing it with the burgle. So I'm just going to pop this in and then I'm going to get it all together and I'm going to show you how very quickly we've put together an amazing, amazing salad. And tabouli, like I said, goes with so many things. So whether you're doing some nice, beautiful, char grilled beef or you're doing some chicken, it all goes together absolutely beautifully. And then we're going to pop across on that some lemon juice. So again, you can do this to taste. So this is just the juice of one lemon. And I'm just going to mix that all up. And then I've got a little bit of salt and pepper. Well, actually, no, I've just got pepper. Now, the reason I don't like to salt my tabouli is because I don't want any more liquid produced by that getting onto the tomato. So if you want to now come and have a look, we've got that all mixed together and we've got that beautiful, amazing tabouli in less than 5 minutes. So that is our very first of our many things that we're going to whip up today. So let me just pop that aside. I'll pop that up the back there. I'll lay them all out for you at the end. So I'm going to grab my paper towel. Sorry. So many things to do today that I'm going to have to double use some of my machines, even though I've got 4,000 of them. Save washing up, huh? Okay, so we're going to now move on, and I'm going to grab a clean bowl, and we're going to get moving. So another great one to be able to do is things like your coleslaw. So I love, love, love doing coleslaw in the machine. I love that I can do all my slicing and my grating. So I'm going to do some carrot. I'm going to do some coleslaw. I'm going to add some celery to that as well. I'll just get rid of this plate. So we'll do some celery as well, and then get it all together with a beautiful homemade mayonnaise, which, like I said, if you watch me in the past, you'll know that I really love doing homemade mayonnaise. Okay, so we're going to start by just grating our carrot. Now, the great thing with doing your coleslaw is we can do it all into the one bowl as well, so no need to be having to have separate bowls. It's all going to get mixed together in the end anyway. So I'll just grab it all here. And we're going to do our grating first of our carrot. So once I've grated the carrot, I'm then going to do the slicing of my coleslaw and also my celery. And I'm going to do it on the 2mm blade slicer. So this is the grating blade. So we'll pop those carrots in first. Do you know what I love about the simplicity of a food processor is it's stop, start, pulse. That's it. Well, that's pulse. Okay, and the last one. Okay, so then I'm going to swap my blade. Excuse me for a moment. We're going to swap over to the 2mm slicer, which is this one here. So you've got your 2mm and then you've also got your 4mm. So you can really decide how it is that you want this. So I'm just going to pop that out. Remove that one. I'll save that blade for when we whip up some carrot cake, which is super simple. If you haven't seen me do it before, I love carrot cake in this machine because you can whip up a cake in seconds, and I just think that is absolutely amazing. Okay, so now we're just going to pop in our cabbage. Now, we do have the extra large feeding tube so that I can get those larger pieces into the machine. It's probably too large, but let me just give it a squeeze. We'll get it in there. Now, the great thing with this is that machine will not start until this is back in and under that max line, so there's no chance of chopping fingers off. We're going to add some beautiful red cabbage to that. I just love the colours when we are doing our cabbage with the reds and the oranges and the greens. So, I mean, I know it's scary, but we can sort of start thinking too of Christmas, and Christmas is coming up before we know it. And I think it's really important to be able to do things really quickly and really fresh as well. And I think this is an absolute perfect. Can I get that one in? Watch me. Okay, so it's perfect opportunity to do lots of fresh things. Okay, now I'm just going to pop that large back in, and I'm going to do a little bit of celery. Celery is completely optional, but I like celery in my coleslaw. And I've just sliced that up as well. So I'll just get rid of that. And we'll come back, and again, I'll put this together, and you can see. So I've got an extra large bowl because we've got extra large going on in here. Oh, look at this. Now again, we've managed to put together a salad that is so beautiful in colour and so healthy in just a matter of minutes. So look at the size of what we have just produced. Okay, so come in. This bowl is huge, by the way, but you can see already I'm going to mix that together, but I'm going to wait and I'm going to whip up my mayonnaise first. So we'll just set that aside. Let's pop that over here. Oh, our chicken is beeping at us. So let's just have a quick check of our chicken. Okay, so it's almost done. I'm just going to flip it over, and I think it just needs another couple of minutes. But what an easy way to do a Caesar, not having to get out another saucepan to boil your eggs or stand there with the fry pan doing your chicken, that it's just going to steam in there beautifully. I always just then shred my chicken rather than slice it if I'm going to be doing the tenderloins, and it shreds beautifully. So when did I do that? I did that recently with something that we did. Was it a live? Oh, the live that I did the other night with the pesto chicken. So I'm just going to now put that on for another 5 minutes. So hopefully this is going up to 5 minutes. And somebody will tell me when I'm at 5 minutes. Okay, we're on. Okay, beautiful. Start. Okay, so let's just let that steam for another couple of minutes. And I'm going to whip up my mayonnaise. No need to clean my bowl. The mayonnaise is going to just go straight into our mini. So I'll just pop that on the top there. I'll just give my top of my Food Pro a quick wipe out. Not that it matters if our mayo gets bits of coleslaw in it, because we're going to mix it all together anyway. Okay, so I've just wiped that out and we're going to get ready with our mayo. So what do we have? 5 ingredients. That's how I always remember when I think, have I got everything? 5 ingredients is all you need to remember. Okay, so we've got, are you ready? Our egg yolk goes in like so. We've got our Dijon mustard and our white vinegar. So that's 3. Salt, pepper. Now, I'll class that as 1. Okay, so that's 4 things that have gone in there. Because salt, pepper, come on, it's only 1 thing. And then we're just going to whiz that up while we slowly pour our oil through the top here. Now, it doesn't have to be, oh, that's the wrong oil, I just realised. Doesn't have to be a super slow pour. It doesn't, not at all. You can actually just sort of drizzle it in as we go. I'm just going to grab a measuring cup. Love a measuring cup. Okay, so 250 mils. Now, I use sunflower oil. If you want to use olive oil, that's absolutely fine, but do not use an olive oil that's a strong flavour. So you need to use an extra light olive oil, otherwise you'll hate your homemade mayonnaise. It has a revolting taste. So vegetable oil if you get stuck as well. So don't fear if you're sort of going, oh, I don't have that and what am I going to do? Light olive oil, sunflower oil. Are we ready? Let that come together. No need to over mix it. And voila, come on in, come and have a look. It's amazing. Mayonnaise in 30 seconds. So that mayonnaise I'm now going to add through into my coleslaw. But the great thing about mayo and doing it your own is that you can change the flavour by doing anything to it. So if you don't want to use Dijon mustard, you can try a different mustard. If you want to do something like wasabi and make it a hot mayo, then you can do that as well. You can do your tartare sauce by adding some tomato sauce and some Tabasco, a bit of Worcestershire, all those beautiful things in there as well. It is just a real all-rounder to be able to do whatever it is that you want to that as well. So I'm just going to set that aside for now, and we're going to get mixing. We're going to mix all that up at the end so you can see all of our beautiful salads, and we'll lay them all out. I might just need to make a little bit more room here to be able to do that. And we'll keep going. So let me just move on over here. Right, what possibly could we do next? Let's go. Okay, the chicken sandwiches. So I don't know whether you can see these. You might just have to come in and have a little look. But these are the beautiful little chicken sandwiches that I've put together. And we put that together by mixing everything together in a food processor. Okay, so this is a really, really yummy chicken sandwich mix. You can put it into wraps, you can put it into rolls, you can put it into your baguette, you can put it into absolutely anything. I'm just going to wipe this out because it's just going to be quick. Just one sec. So yeah, you can do this into everything. So it's beautiful in wraps, beautiful on rolls, beautiful on sandwiches, beautiful for a little high tea as well. So if you're doing something like that, but nothing nicer than having beautiful freshly made sandwiches when you're out picnicking as well. I'm wiping this up to save myself washing up, by the way. It's the worst part at the end. I love sharing all my cooking, but I hate washing up. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of my blades. I'll just grab a clean blade. Beautiful. And we're going to pop this in. Now, what I've done with this is I've actually decided you can do it with either steamed chicken, but I wasn't sure this would be ready and cooled enough for me to do that, or barbecue chicken. So I've just taken the meat off a barbecue chicken, less what whatever somebody ate at lunchtime because they didn't realise I was about to use it to do a cooking show, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit for 2 seconds. And have got all the meat off that chicken. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Oh, and I love the taste of a good barbecue chicken too. So, if you can get a good charcoal chicken or barbecue chicken and you've got your favourite, just gives it that extra flavour. I'm just going to grab my lid. Okay, so all we're going to do is you could do this in the stainless steel bowl if you wanted to. I'm just going to do it in the food processor because our bowl's busy at the moment. And I'm just going to pulse that chicken just to give it a bit of a shred. So you can see that's just nicely shredded up. Okay, so now into my chicken I'm going to add a mixture of things. So in here I've got some homemade mayonnaise. Now all these recipes will get released out to you as well, so you don't need to write anything down. Homemade mayonnaise, some sour cream, and then I've put in some extra just mild English mustard. You can put in anything else. You can put in wasabi for hot. You can put in a different flavoured mustard, a seeded mustard, but that's just what I've decided to do with this one. And then I'm just going to add those ingredients in there like so. And homemade mayonnaise, you cannot beat it. I don't think my children have requested me buy mayonnaise for a very long time because I just make it every time we need it. Saves the environment with all those bottles, saves a fortune because mayonnaise is so cheap to make. Okay, so we've got that. We've got a little bit of salt and pepper in there as well. Now, if you wanted to make this a real paste, you can turn this machine on for as long as you like to make it more of a paste. If you want it to be a little bit chunkier, then by all means don't put the machine on for as long. You can also add, now we always talk about this lover or hater of coriander. You can add some coriander to this as well. You can add some, actually I was meant to add some parsley to this. Let me just grab it. I knew I'd forget something. That's easy fix for the fridge behind you. Okay, so I'm going to throw some parsley in there as well. Yum. But if you wanted to add some coriander and some slivered almonds are amazing on this. And it gives it that beautiful crunch when you're eating those sandwiches or rolls or baguettes as well. And again, I'm on the phone. And I'm just going to mix that in together just by pressing that little pulse button. And we have, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. I'm actually going to scrape it out into this bowl and bring it out there so that you can see it. Okay. Anyone free for washing up, feel free to drop over anytime now. Okay, so we'll leave that there. And we're going to scrape this one out. So I'll come here and I'll scrape it out so you can see it. But oh my goodness, have a look at that. That is just giving you such, and that's about 400, nearly 500 grams of chicken. Like I said, barbecue. I do find the barbecue chicken gives it a bit of extra flavour. But if you do have chicken at home that you just need to use, then it's an absolute winner. And there you have it, so that you can put together then those beautiful little chicken sandwiches that we've got there at the front too. So yum, yum. And again, the smell of that is amazing. Slivered almonds mixed through it, some coriander. If you've got the non-coriander likers, then just don't put it on theirs. It's easy. Pop it on as you need it. But absolutely amazing and super, super yum. Okay, so you might want to come in now and have a look at my chicken and how beautifully cooked. Can you see that? And it actually still looks really moist as well, which is exactly what we want. So we've got that beautiful chicken in there. I'm just going to grab a plate. And we're going to take that out. Now I'm going to let that cool for just a little bit. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to put it together with some beautiful little leaves. Note to self, next kitchen will be so much bigger. Okay, so we've got that. Now our eggs are in there as well, ready to come out. So I'll just get rid of this. Okay. And then we've got our eggs. But I just love that lack of washing up. That in one bowl we've done our chicken, we've done our eggs. I'm going to tip the water out of this bowl and whip up my Caesar dressing in here as well, which is amazing. And again, we'll just put those eggs aside like so. And let those cool down because we don't want to be trying to peel those while they're super hot. So if you just give me a second, I'm just going to empty this water. And I'm going to give that a really quick wipe out. And so you can be doing this at home as well. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually, and I did test it, but I just didn't have time to be able to do it in today's show. But I actually diced my bacon and I fried my bacon off on the stir fry mode. So if you really don't want to have to get out a fry pan to do your bacon, perfect way to be able to do that. So, keep that in mind that, it really is a one-stop shop that even, frying your bacon is an absolutely amazing thing to be able to do in here as well. Okay, so we'll go back to our Caesar dressing because we need that. Now I do have a Caesar dressing that I prepared already so that you can have a look and we can drizzle it over, but you'll see how amazing this Caesar dressing is. So, are you ready? Now the other week we played with anchovies. Wasn't my favourite thing to do, but the taste was amazing, so I'll take it all back. This time we are doing the same. I am going to get, and I've got here my little fishy things, and I've got here my garlic, and I've got here some parmesan, and I'm just going to throw all of those things in there like that. Okay, so I then want to get that chopped up. So the reason we want to do that is because we don't want big pieces of anchovy in our dressing. We want it all chopped up so that when I feed my children Caesar salad dressing later, they're going to have absolutely no idea. Although they're listening to me now, so that might not work. We'll see how we go. Okay, honestly, they just need to try it. They'd never know. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pulse button. I've probably got no time on there, so let me just check if it's going to work. No. Okay, so I'm just going to use the pulse button and I'm going to chop all those things up. Okay, so come and have a look at what we've done. We've chopped all that up. I'm just going to give that a scrape down and I might just give it one more little whiz. And that was just on the pulse, so just to give that. But you can see, you can't see any of the anchovy now. It's all completely chopped up. My garlic's completely chopped up, but I'll just give it a little bit more. Voila. So I'll just give that a scrape down like so. But look how fine. Come in and have a look again. And I've just done that again. How beautifully fine. We've got the anchovies, and they're only little things, and those garlic, cloves of garlic are only little things as well, but we've got it all beautifully mixed in together. Okay, so then we're going to add in, let me move that for a sec. I've got egg yolk, mustard, and some lemon juice in there, so we'll pour that in. It's a little bit like doing a mayonnaise, I guess. We've also got some cracked black pepper, so we'll pop that in. Now you can do this in a food processor as well, just as easily. So your mini bowl in your food processor, because we don't actually require heat. So I'm just going to add some time to that and get that started. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add my whisk. Clicked on. and I'm going to add my oil slowly through the top. Okay, so it's going to run for about 5 minutes. So I'm just going to pop around, and you can see at the front here. I'm just going to pop here, and it's going to give us 5 minutes. And we're going to do that on speed 5, but we don't need any temperature. And we're going to get that going. And while that's going, I'm just going to slowly drizzle my oil in there. So like I said, it's a little bit like doing a mayo. So I'll pop that through. And I'll be able to make some space soon so we can start putting all of this together. Okay, so we've got that in. So if you want to come in, you can have a little look at what's going on there. And you can see that's all just coming together beautifully. Tea towel. Okay, so we'll get that going, keep that going, and we'll start moving on. Oh, I just heard thunder, so if we lose connection, it could be a thunder. This happened to me yesterday on a live, just quietly. I was doing some training with one of our fabulous new kitchen stores, and we had a thunderstorm, so it must just be me. Okay, so we've done that beautiful chicken sandwich, and we're going to come back to our baguette, and I'm going to pop through now. I'm going to do the Cheats caramel slice. Okay, this is so, who loves caramel slice? Please tell me if you do. Love it, but you've got to do all those layers, and then you've got to bake the base, and then you've got to pull it out, and then you've got to cook the caramel, and then you've got to put it in, and then you've got to rebake it, and then you've got to take it out, and you've got to let it cool down until you can cover it in chocolate. I have the answer for you right now. Okay. So, you can do this in the Cook Expert metal bowl as well, but I'm just going to do it in here because we've got the space and the place to do that. So, just like we do with a caramel slice, I've got brown sugar, I've got coconut, and I've got some self-raising flour. Now again, we will pop all these recipes up for you so you can see how you too can cheat in the kitchen. Okay, so I've got all of my butter. I think it's about 125 grams of butter, but it's all in the instructions and the recipe there for you. Let me just get a spoon out. So the butter's just nicely softened. Okay, beautiful. So I've got all of that in. And then I'm just going to grab a lid. I think I'm going to run out of lids, so I might have to stop and wash up for a moment. We'll see how we go. Okay, and again, I'm just going to use the pulse button. I love the pulse button. The food processor knows exactly what it's doing. It knows how fast it needs to go based on what's in here. So it'll do all of that for you. So let's just get it going. You just want it to come together. So it almost starts to form. See how it's now starting to form that ball? And that's basically how we want it done. So I haven't had to put it all into a bowl and tediously mix it and everything, because that is what becomes a pain. So let me just pop that down. And I'm going to grab my slice form. So I'll come around the front here because it might be easier for you to see. Move my chicken. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a spatula and we're going to scrape this out. I'll just grab this one. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to get our contents. Like so. I love the spatulas because it just scrapes out absolutely everything from this bowl. Okay, so then we're just going to push that down just to make that base, just like we would do normally with our caramel slice. Probably not the best spatula to be putting this in with. I need the other one, but it's all good. We will work it out. You can also just grab like the bottom of a glass or something just to try to get it nice and even, but honestly, persist. It takes not long at all. I just threw food on the floor, but hey, the dogs will get that, I'm sure. A treat, an afternoon treat. Okay, so I've got that done, and now this is how simple this is. Okay, I know it's a bit of a show you kind of one, so you have to come over and have another look. I've got 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips, and I'm just going to throw those roughly on the top. Voila. Then we are going to pour condensed milk. I love condensed milk. I could just eat it like this, and we're just going to do this. This is just like the easiest, quickest slice you've ever seen. Okay. So just easy, poured over like that. And then all you're going to do is pop that straight into the oven for about 20 minutes or until the top of it starts to get that caramel colour that your caramel slice does. And voila. And if you have a look, I'll just pop this over here to pop into the oven. But if you have a look at the front here, come in and have a look, you can actually see this is what our slice looks like when it's cooked. So isn't that amazing and so easy and so simple to be able to put together? So we love that one. Now, we've got our Caesar dressing. Oh my gosh, again, sorry cameraman, you're going to have to come in and have a little look at this. So you can see in there, and again, such a shame that you can't smell that, but you can see in there we've got that beautiful sauce in there now, and we're going to put it together. So what I've done is I'm just going to, and you can do it any way you like. You can mix it up as a salad, but I just thought it would be fun to just do some little leaves. Okay, so I've got my leaves there. I'm just going to grab some chicken. Now, my hands are clean, and excuse my fingers, but you're not eating it, so it's okay. We'll be right. So I would just shred my chicken actually in the bowl, and I would just pop my chicken in my leaves like that. So you might want to come in and have a little look. I think she's eating chocolates or something instead of concentrating. Okay, but I would just do this, pop some chicken in each of the leaves like so. This is just so easy, and it looks so fancy, and if you're picnicking and you don't want plates and things, you can just pick it up with your fingers. So stay in here. We're going to finish this off. We're going to add our bacon like so. Yum. We're going to add our croutons. And then when I'm at my picnic, I would then be adding my dressing because we don't want our croutons going soggy. Or the other way around, you add your croutons when you get to the picnic, whatever it is, it's easier. Do that, and then we're going to spoon it. I'm going to grab the cold one I have in the fridge. Just had a little bit more time to come together. And it smells amazing, honestly. I just wish you could all smell this. Obviously, then we'd add our egg, but those eggs are still a bit warm because I don't want to peel them yet. And we're just going to drizzle a little bit. Can you see that? A little bit of homemade Caesar dressing across the top. And all in one pot, we have got the most amazing Caesar salad. So I hope that you'll try that one because I think that that's just something so simple and so easy that we can do and that you can put together super simple. And you look amazing when you go and turn up like something with something like that. But that's even a great summer lunch thing if it's just finger food, that you can have those, ready to go and nice and easy to eat as well. So I'll just get rid of this. Right, what do we have next? There's so much going on. Maybe I should just take 3 seconds just to clear some of this stuff out of my way. And we can move on. Okay. So, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll just get rid of that chicken. Sorry, I need like a second pair of hands just to walk around behind me. Okay, so what we're going to do now, so we've done our caramel slice and we want to do something else, and that is our carrot cake. Now, normally I would do a carrot cake as a whole carrot cake, but I've actually come up with just doing it as little muffins. So if you have a look here, now I haven't iced them yet because I thought we could do that once we make the icing. I've got some little love heart ones. I've just got some little bite-sized ones. I've got some muffin-sized ones. If you want to do it as a whole cake, that's completely up to you as well. But if you don't want the hassle of having to do that whole plate, whole cake, then you can do the little ones for picnicking as well. Carrot cake, super simple, super easy. One of my favourite cakes to make because of how quick it is. And again, I'm going to show you. Are you ready? So I'm going to grab my 2mm grating blade again that we've just used on our carrots earlier. And I'm going to grate my carrots first. Now, normally when we do a carrot cake, you're having to grate carrots in one bowl and then add everything into another bowl and then add your carrots and put it in, and then we add it goes on and on. This is going to be nice and easy and super quick, and you're going to have it all in there together. So let me just grab a lid. Oh, there's one right here. I think it's clean. It is now. Okay, so let's go with our carrot cake. So we're going to start with our carrots, and we're just going to grate them straight into our Food Pro. Now, you always do get those little bits left, and that's just because it's helping to stop your pusher touching the blade. Let them fall into the carrot cake. Honestly, it absolutely does not matter because it'll all chop itself up anyway. So I'm just going to remove my blade, like so, and then I'm going to add back in my main blade. So you can just work that around so that it goes back in. Yep, beautiful. And I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. So we've got our cinnamon, we've got brown sugar, we've got a little pinch of salt, we've got our flour, a bit of baking soda, all of that in there beautifully. And then we've got 4 eggs. No, hang on. No, I don't want eggs. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, no, it's all good. It is 4 eggs. I'm so confused. So many ingredients going on in my kitchen. So we've got 4 eggs, like so. We've got our olive oil. And we're just going to basically use my favourite button again, the pulse button. Are you ready? It's done. Mixed up perfectly, and then we want to add our sultanas and our dates. So I love sultanas in carrot cake. I don't think it's a carrot cake without sultanas. And we're going to add in our walnuts, and then we're just going to do a little, and you have carrot cake. So like, hello, did anyone time that? It is super easy, and like I said, one of my favourite things to do, because there's so many components to it, but we've done it in one bowl. So it's come together amazingly. So you can see the little ones that I've already popped together there. But I'm going to have to just pop off this here. Just moving along, sorry. If only you could see what was going on that side of the kitchen. I think you'd be all freaking out at how much cleaning there would be for me later. But you know what? I've made so many things, and if I was going on a picnic, I'd be more organised. I wouldn't be trying to make 10 things in 45 minutes or an hour. I would actually space myself out and give myself a little bit more time. But I want to show you how quickly and easily we can put all this together. So this here now I would pop into my muffin tins or my cake tin. But I'll pop that aside for now, and we're going to move on to the cream cheese icing, which is amazing. So let me just double check I'm not going to run out of bowls. It's all right, we might have to get a washer-upper. Okay, we're all good. We'll be fine. We can do it. Oh no, I've got plenty. What am I talking about? Okay, so I'm going to move over my Caesar dressing, and we're going to add on a bowl because we want to get onto our baguette because we had to not do that because we were waiting for this one here to be finished. And it is one of my favourite things to do. Now, all we're going to do with a baguette is I've got yeast. I always use bread improver because I like the texture that gives the bread. And I also like that it makes it feel fresher the next day. So it's not, you know, sort of unedible a day later. So it looks after that bread for you. And then we're going to pop in our water. But I'm going to get that started. Okay, so I'm going to then, because with this one we've got a bread and brioche mode, so I just realised I'm missing my, oh, it doesn't matter. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to go into the bread and brioche mode, so I'll show you that if you want to come in and have a little look. So we've got lots of programs in here for those that don't own a Cook Expert, and one of them is baking. So if we go into baking and then we go across to our bread and brioche, it comes up at 2 minutes. So we just can start this and then I'll just add the water as the process is going. And we'll get that to come together beautifully. So what I love about doing bread in our Cook Expert, so yes, you can do your doughs in your food processor, absolutely. What I do love about being able to do it in my Cook Expert is that I actually can prove my bread in here as well. So if I want to prove my bread over an hour, I just pop it in, I set it for 33 degrees for an hour, and you'll find that that bread comes together and is proved absolutely beautifully. Okay, so I think that's enough water, I'm happy with that. So if you come and have a look, you'll see that the bread dough started to come together. So it started to form that ball. After a minute, the machine will stop, and then it'll give me the chance to start the machine again. And that second minute will be the kneading process. Sorry, I couldn't find my words then. The kneading process, which just means that okay, so you watch now how much faster it's going to be. Okay, so that's now doing the kneading of my bread before I'm ready to get that proved. Okay. And I'll get ready to do our cream cheese frosting. Oh, what's going on? Okay. And I think that we are done. Okay, I'll just wipe this off, getting ready for my cream cheese frosting, and then we'll have a look at how beautifully this dough has come together for us. Oh gosh, I use so much paper towel, I'm sure. Okay. And also be very careful because our blades are very sharp, so we don't want to be chopping our fingers off. Okay, so we'll pop that in there. And if you want to come and have a look at this beautiful dough that I have just whipped together, and I'll take it out, but you can watch how clean that comes out of the bowl and how clean that bowl is at the end of that process. So you can see we've got this beautiful ball of dough. I would just pop that dough back into the machine after I just give it a quick little roll up, pop it back in, and then let it set and prove over the next hour. Okay, so I'm just going to sit this aside for now. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I was just going, where am I going to put it now that I've got all this stuff going on in here? Okay, so hopefully you can't see too much of my mess. So now we're going to just give this bowl, because I just did that dough in there and honestly there's like nothing left in there. I'm just going to give it just a little quick wipe out because I have got an amazing one to show you for anyone that likes a little champagne, or for anyone that doesn't want to drink champagne but maybe want to make it look like they're drinking champagne, or sparkling wine as we call it here. But it is one that is amazing, and I'm going to show you how quickly and easily it comes together. So I'll get this on, and then we're going to whip up our cream cheese frosting. Then we can mix up our coleslaw, and I think we're just about done, which is amazing. So all of our strawberries go into there, and half a cup of lime cordial. I know it might sound strange, but half a cup of lime cordial goes in there as well. And I'm just going to double check my temperature. I'm pretty sure it was 100, but let's just check. Okay, so I'm going to come and I'm going to put it on for 2 minutes on speed 3 at 110 degrees. So we're going for 2 minutes, speed 3 at 110 degrees. And this is going, I'll show you what it actually does once we're at the end. So we've got that on. I'm going to pop my lid on there. Pop on my cap. So you can see that in there. Strawberries, cordial, that's all we've got. Okay, so we'll come back and have a look at that in a minute. So we'll get that moving around and jiggling. Cream cheese frosting. You cannot have carrot cake without cream cheese frosting, and this cream cheese frosting is the bomb. So we're going to pop in our icing sugar without getting any on the floor. Look at that. Doesn't happen often. Okay, so we've got that on. And then I'm going to add my cream cheese and my butter. Perfect. Hope the dishwasher's empty at the end of this, let me tell you. And then we're going to add a little bit of vanilla essence. Now you can actually, if you want to, you can actually pop some lemon juice into this as well. So I'm not going to, but you absolutely can. Just a little bit of vanilla essence. And we're just going to get that together. Now, oh no, I didn't run out of lids. Look at that. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we've been through lots of things today, haven't we? Luckily, I've got assistance at the end. Okay, so here we go. And just watch this. So let's just turn it on and watch it come together. I don't know whether you could see that, but how it all of a sudden just formed a beautiful, beautiful icing. Now, let's see if I have a little knife or a little spatula. I'm going to come around and we're going to ice some of these because they deserve icing. So you can add as much or as little. If I do a cake, I actually cut the cake in half and I add some icing to the middle as well because you cannot have too much cream cheese frosting. You can do some icing on your little ones as well. Pop a little walnut on the top of that or something if you like, or if you're clever, you could make a little carrot or something out of food colouring. But look at that, they look absolutely amazing. And who would not want to eat your beautiful cupcakes on a picnic? Yum. Look at that. Okay. So, the strawberry. Now, while you're up, I want you to have a look at where we're at the moment. So can you see? It's all cooked in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add about a minute to my machine. So we must be close to a minute there now. Yep, and I'm going to start that, but then I'm slowly going to up my speed. Purify it. Okay, so let's have a look and I'll show you what we've got. But remember, this is still hot. We do not want to put this into champagne. So let me show you what it looks like. Because I just happen to have, funnily enough, some I prepared earlier. So let me just remove some of this from in front of me because we're in a crazy mess here. Because we want to be able to mix everything together now as well. Show you how amazing we've put everything together. I want to be able to bring out that tabouli and everything for you as well. line it all up and let you see what we've done. So if you just want to give me a minute, I think it will be well worth it. Okay. It's like a little intermission, isn't it? You just get to stare at cakes and be hungry. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get all this to start lining up. Let's have a look at all the amazing things we've done today. I'm going to mix in that coleslaw as well with that beautiful mayonnaise. I think I will be eating coleslaw for weeks, or sharing with the neighbours, definitely. So we can mix all that up. Look how amazing that looks. I think I just might have got that on the cameraman's feet, but that's okay. So we've got our beautiful coleslaw together for our picnic. We've got our beautiful chicken sandwiches, so you can see, if you want to have a look again at that beautiful chicken meat that we put together that goes into your sandwiches. I'm so hungry right now. That's, I think, what I'm going to eat. We've got that beautiful tabouli. We've got our beautiful cupcakes, our slice. We've got our Caesar salad in our little lettuce leaves. And we've got strawberry champagne. Are you ready? So this is what you would be required to do. So if, oh, probably won't be able to open this now, which would be devastating. If you are liking your sparkling wine, then of course you can use sparkling wine. If you're not a drinker, that's okay. You can still enjoy this. It's amazing. Just buy some lemon mineral water. Absolutely beautiful in lemon mineral water. But we're just going to pop that in our glass. And I'm going to pop about 2 to 3 tablespoons, really to your liking. Now I put it in the champagne first because I've tried it the other way around. Look at that. It's like forming little mushrooms, it looks like, into your glass. So that probably should be enough. Look at this. Can you just see how crazy that's going? Look at it. It's going absolutely crazy. It's mixing together all by itself. This is just like trick photography almost. It's like little sea creatures. But it's coming together in the glass. I'll add a little bit, oh, the smell. It's a shame my cameraman's not 18 yet. And I'm just going to give that a very careful little stir, like so. And there we have our lemon strawberry champagne. Cheers to you all, because I'm going to enjoy this. Let me just try it. Oh, the flavour is amazing. So I hope you got lots out of today. We've worked our backsides off. We've done this in just less than an hour. Tabouli, coleslaw. What else have we done? Chicken Caesar salad, steamed chicken, eggs. We've done the chicken sandwiches. We've done muffins. We've done the Cheats caramel slice. We've done cream cheese frosting. We've done the strawberry for our beautiful champagne. And we've done the baguettes. Don't forget we've done the bread. And we've done the carrot cake. And oh my gosh, I don't think we could fit anything else in an hour. So I hope you all got lots out of that. I know that it's crazy in my kitchen right now, but you can see how quickly you can get things together. Note to self, my bank details will be on the Facebook page so you can contribute to my new kitchen, because I think I need a bigger kitchen. I think it's gotten a bit crazy in here, but I loved it. I loved being with you all again. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what else you want to see. Let us know if you've got any questions, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.